First off, like Coach Curtis said, thank you guys for putting this on. It means a lot to us, the community, and these players to be able to be here. This is Carlos Torres. He plays H for us, middle linebacker. He was voted captain on the team, so that's one of the reasons he's here. He means a lot to me, these players. He does a lot for us in the weight room. He's a leader, no doubt. To our right, number 5, Jackson Peak, plays quarterback for us, free safety. The reason these two guys were chosen to be here was pretty simple. They were voted team captains by the peers. And I told them the importance of being voted captain by the peers. It means a lot, if you're chosen to be a leader of your team. And it didn't take me long when we got in the weight room in June, first time being around these guys, period, to find out who the two leaders of the team were. And it was definitely these two guys. So players look up to them. And I told them, if we don't have leadership in the locker room, we're not going to be very good. So they understand that, and that's why these two guys are here. The season, we've been working extremely hard in June. It was hard being first-year head coach. Also, during this time, meeting the players first time on Google Meet, that was tough. Finally getting to meet them in June in the weight room, and these guys have been working hard. We've been talking about the 4 non-negotiables, energy, attitude, effort, attendance. Attendance not only being here, but actually being there every single day with the right attitude. And these guys have done that. They've worked extremely hard. And we're excited about the upcoming season.
Question? Coach, what has been the toughest challenge about taking over a team during a pandemic, and what do you hope to bring to the table with this team in 2020?
Toughest thing would be getting to know the guys. I've been able to walk in the hallways and recruit them. I got voted in, I think, higher than May, so I wasn't able to walk in the hallways and get to know the guys and recruit some guys out. So that's really the toughest thing. But I think we're going to bring toughness. They've had the last 4 years, Coach Bell's done a great job. They made the playoffs, and I'm hoping we just build them, great toughness. We're talking about discipline, doing little things right all the time. From keeping your locker the right way, from the weight room to when we get on the field, you're taking the right steps, getting the line the right way, doing all the little things right before the play actually starts. That's getting lined up and taking the right step. So we're preaching discipline, doing the right things, doing the little things right all the time. I think these guys are buying in, and we look forward to the season. I think you're going to see a team that plays with passion, energy, and effort every Friday night. That's what we talk about. When you leave Woodville football game, you see that these guys they was the hardest playing team on the field. They may not have been the strongest, fastest. By George, they had the biggest heart. They played hard. So that's kind of what we're preaching.
Well, Coach, coming in, did you have any of the staff left over? Did you have to hire new people? Because I know if you've got any staff members left, they can kind of give you an evaluation of the players. Did you have any of that when you stepped in?
No, we didn't. There's not a single guy on the staff that's on staff previously. So we're all new guys. I hired 5 guys in to help. So I don't think they've ever had a staff this big. We look forward to seeing how that carries over. Where we got guys that have their own coach on their side of football. And they get individual time, and I think that's a big deal. And we got, I think I've hired 5 good guys. And actually, Jeff Monroe, Coach Monroe, is going to help us here, and that's, I'm sure y'all know him. He's a good one. He's going to be a big help, not only for these players, but for a young head coach and myself. So, no, but we're working hard to figure them out, and we've seen a lot of them this week's helped us a lot. And we've had a good week of practice so far. I look forward to carrying over.
Yeah, because Coach Monroe brings in some head coaching experience. Well, how about your principal, Coach Darwin? I know him real well. Has he been a big help to you?
Yes, Mr. Darwin's been a huge help for me personally, not only being a young guy, being a young head football coach, and also getting to know these players and kind of telling me how they were, where they played last year, and kind of how things were in the past with the players.
Question to the players. With a whole new coaching staff coming in, just talk a little bit about them and what they have brought to the table, and maybe the changes that you've seen with this new coaching staff so far. And I know you hadn't had a whole lot of work yet, but I'm sure you've got to know them. And so talk a little bit about these coaches and what they're.
Having a new coaching staff, especially a young one, is a great opportunity because them being young and stuff, they're flying around in practice, screaming, just having. And they really motivate you in practice and stuff because they're like right with you in the drill. They're pushing you. It's just a really great opportunity and good motivation.
I think it's been a lot better since they came here. I mean, they push us to do our best and everything. It's just good for us to fight and keep going and not stop.
Well, Coach, as far as your offense and defensive philosophy goes, I mean, these kids, they're used to winning. They know how to win football games, and they made the playoffs last year, and they've had some successful years. What are you going to do offensively and defensively? A lot of the same things they're used to, or do you have your own system you're trying to put in? Because there's going to be a lot of teaching involved.
Right. Offensively, we're kind of Coach Powell. I played with Coach Powell in high school, so we're doing a lot of things that Coach Powell has done in the past. So of course, we're calling the offense differently. As far as sets being in trips or being in, I think they were in some 5 flips last year with a sniffer tight end. We're going to have that as well. So it's going to be similar on offense. Defensively, we're going to base out of the stack, but we're going to sit tight end lean, so we're definitely going to move the front. It's going to look even front sometimes. So, defensively, we're putting that in. Defense normally goes in a little quicker than offense, and they picked up on defense actually pretty quick. We spent a lot of time on defense this week. I think they're picking up on the league. I think we'll be all right on defense.
For the players, when the NCAA said, you guys get your season, you're going to play, when they announced that, what was your reaction? How did you guys respond? And, did you get on Twitter or a messaging group or call on the phone, whatever? How did you guys handle that when you got the news that, yes, we are going to get our season?
I was super happy. I'd been hoping for a while, and first thing I did, I got on and texted my dad because we've been hoping for this for a while and stuff. So, but I put my family in a big group chat and told them, said we're playing football this year. So.
First thing I do is text every player that's playing, say we're playing football.
Well, Coach, as far as the schedule goes, last year it was kind of an east-west thing. Of course, you weren't a part of this, but had to go to Huntsville, other side of Huntsville. Now it's more of a north-south, and really teams that I'm more familiar with, your Appalachians. Of course, you still got Valley Head, you still got Hillsville. Summerton Christian comes in. Do you like the schedule better being over here in northeast Alabama, and do you think the kids will respond better because they're a lot more familiar with those teams?
I think so. Like you said, I wasn't a part of it last year, but I understood that they had a lot. Their travel time was a lot, so they was leaving early from school, a long ways to go. And I do think it helps being familiar with teams. I think these guys are ready for it. Like I said, they work extremely hard, and we look forward to playing all these teams near us and hopefully come away with a lot of W's.
With you getting hired, late after spring would have happened anyway, do you feel like you're more of a level playing field than normally for a first-year coach?
I would say so. I mean, like they were saying earlier, it's a big deal to have some spring, like Coach Tiger was saying, it may not hurt them as bad as it's summer, missing summer. So I do think it puts us on a level playing field, being able to start at the same time, everybody working from about the same date. And these guys, like we talk every day, like you have an opportunity to step in the weight room today. It's not promised tomorrow. So you have it today. And kind of something we took from Coach Clark when I played with him at Jacksonville State was win the day. So every time you step in that weight room, every time you step on the field, it's an opportunity. So win the day. All right. So and these guys have done a great job of that. And I'm proud of them, and I look forward to seeing them on Friday nights.
Coach, how many players do you have out right now?
We have 22 on the roster. 22 guys, and I'm hoping that goes up when school starts back.
We're right at 3 weeks away from your opening game against the Outer Hornets. Sort of take us through your expectations of these next 3 weeks leading up to that first game.
Expectations would be that these guys are here every day and install it. Because if you miss a day, it's a big deal when we're installing stuff. Because now we have to backtrack for your position if you're a guy that's going to play a lot. Like we have to backtrack and then you have to install. So it's a big deal that you're there every single day. And that makes it tough because if you have a guy that's showing any symptoms or if he's running a low-grade fever or this or that and he can't be there, it makes it tough on us installing a new defense and things like that. So I look forward to them guys coming to work every day, installing and being ready for Friday night, August 21st. So we're excited, and I know these guys are as well.
Coach, I guess it's a big concern for you in this COVID thing. You know, being at small schools like 1A, Woodville, you've got 22 kids. One player can make a difference. If he goes down with COVID, you lose him for at least 2 weeks.
Correct. That's
And then
three
you have
positions.
to monitor. Then you have to monitor the other guys. So that really puts the small schools behind the 8 ball.
Right. I agree, because even when you look back at the injuries, we have one guy backing up Torres, right? He backs up 2 guys. He's the first guy in. If Torres gets hurt, or Carlos, or if the tight end Easton Parker gets hurt, he's the first guy in. And you have 2 or 3, at least 3 guys are sick. When we lose them, or there's a quarterback in the H, we got to fill in that spot, and then whoever he moved from, receiver, it makes it tough in 1A football. But I'm hoping we stay healthy, and hoping all that goes our way this year.